Joe Vitale, American Retirement Advisors with the Gradient Investments Weekly Talking Points for the week ending December 15th, 2023. Let's get into stocks. Equities were higher across the major markets last week, with the benchmark S&P 500 up 2.53%. The Russell 2000 was up 5.6%, and the NASDAQ was up 2.86%. Now, overseas, the developed markets was up 2.56%, while the emerging markets increased 2.7%. In the U.S., small caps were the best performers by size. By sector, real estate and materials were the best performers, while communication services and utilities were the laggards. Fixed income, the Federal Reserve met for the last time in 2023 with no changes in interest rates, which were announced, which was anticipated. However, their dot plot was updated, projecting 3 rate cuts in 2024. Fewer than generally anticipated, yet perceived as a positive for bond prices. The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield closed the week at 3.91%, a 32 basis point drop, and the first time below 4% since the end of July. We're starting to see interest rates come down. That's good news and bad news for a couple things. Commodities future prices for oil moved into contango, indicating that the demand for oil last week slipped below anticipated demand for the coming months, compared to Friday's price of West Texas crude at $71.78 per barrel. Futures expiring next month on West Texas Intermediate crude were trading for $72.11 per barrel, and the ones expired in June were at $73.05. So indicating that traders are expecting the trend to last. Let's talk about economic data. Consumer prices rose 3.1% in November on a year-over-year basis, 0.1% on a month-over-month basis. After excluding volatile food and energy, the core rate rose 4% year-over-year and 0.3% month-over-month. Gains in the cost of shelter, rent equivalent, more than offset a 6% decline in gasoline prices last month. Retail sales growth of 4.1 on a year-over-year basis in November were better than anticipated, which they'll probably revise later like they always do. As a result, economic growth, GDP, estimates for the current quarter were revised upwards, and the Atlantic Fed Reserve is now projecting real GDP to grow at 2.6% on a quarter-over-quarter basis this quarter, up from the estimates of 1.2% from the prior week. Let's talk about some company news. With the decline in interest rates this past week, financials and real estate holdings and Gradient Strategies posted significant gains. This includes Blackstone, which is G50, Charles Schwab, which is a contrarian, Core Select and G50 holding, and Extra Space Storage, which is a contrarian choice, Core Select and G50 holding, and Morgan Stanley in the Core Select and G50. These holdings rose between 10.79% to 14.92%. Grupo Aeroportuario del Centro Norte, which is a G40I holding, rose 16.14% last week on the news that Mexican government is allowing greater tariff increases than expected. They operate 13 international airports. Also, what you're seeing is now with the interest rates coming down, bond prices, right? The values go up. Interest rates go up, bonds go down, and vice versa. So that's what's happening right now. So that's why we're seeing right now. Every time we're having our meetings, we're talking to you. We have some really super good guaranteed interest rates right now because of all the rate hikes. So there are still some annuities that have huge 5-6% guarantees for 5-10 years. Now, why would I lock in on something like that? Because they are coming down. And they are starting to come down. We've already seen some companies pull back a little bit. So if you did want more information, give us a call. You know how to get a hold of us, 855-756-5700. And for the Christmas holiday, we are going to be closed Monday and Tuesday, and closed on Friday at 1 o'clock, and then Monday, Tuesday for the Christmas holiday. So God bless you. Hope you and your family have a wonderful Merry Christmas, a blessed Christmas. Enjoy, and we look forward to seeing you next week.